Arirang Special.
Jeonju is a city steeped in Korean traditions and culture. My restaurant is located here, looking as though it were transplanted from Canada. What I want to do is serve good food and good times to all my customers.
맛있어요.
매워서 내 심장을 이제
햄버거는 진짜 맛있어요. 특히 패티 자체가 좀 두툼하고 치즈도 좀 맛도 강한 편이고 그리고 양파 맛도 이렇게 조화롭게 다 좋은 것 같아요.
The perfect food in my mind is one that is as richly flavored and hearty as your mother's homemade food.
My cooking follows after my mom, and my barbecuing definitely was ingrained in me time after time. My dad didn't just barbecue, but he educated about barbecuing every time. This food in a traditional way is important, where the Korean menu is distinctly present and the Western menu and flavor is distinctly present, and they're together without clashing. That's really tough to do. But I've tasted a few things in fermented food that, if done right, we might be able to pull it off.
Fermented food is a common dish in traditional Korean cuisine. There's a makgeolli master who uses an age-old fermentation method. A culinary master who makes a rich condiment with the ingredients of the sky, earth, and sea.
또 보세요. 거기 또 보세요. 가득 찬.
There's also a master of kimchi, Korea's staple fermented food. And I'm about to meet them all and learn their secrets. I arrive in Busan, the second largest city in Korea, about 420 kilometers from Seoul. I've been told that there is a local drink that I must try at Gumjeong-sangsun Fortress, which used to be a fortified city during the Joseon Dynasty.
네, 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 실례지만 여기는 뭐가 유명해요?
예전부터 누룩.
누룩.
예, 산성 막걸리가 최고예요.
Sanseong makgeolli was a rice alcoholic beverage that the constructors of the fortress used to drink 300 years ago. The recipe for the drink was almost lost at one time.
옛날에는 그래 했는데
요새는 안 해요.
지금은 누룩 만드는 집 우리 집밖에 없어요.
저 할머니가 누룩 대장이시거든.
네, 오케이. 감사합니다.
같이 모시고 가세요.
내가 던져줄게.
안녕히 계세요.
One elderly woman offers to take me to a master maker of sanseong makgeolli.
비와요. 비와요. 막걸리 먹을래요.
막걸리 몰라요. 와요.
Koreans are fond of drinking makgeolli when it rains, and today the weather seems to be cajoling me to take a sip.
자기라 이 나오나 갔다. 아들인데 뭐.
아유, 잘 오셨습니다. 반갑습니다. 예, 반갑습니다. 예, 잘 오셨어요.
This is Mr. Yoo Cheong-gil, a culinary master who carries on his family tradition of making sanseong makgeolli. He's the first makgeolli maker to be bestowed with the title Culinary Master.
막걸리 먹으러 왔어요.
막걸리 맛보러 왔습니까?
예.
아, 잘 오셨어요. 그냥 맛보여줄 수는 없고 같이 열심히 해가지고 배워가지고 맛을 보여드릴게요.
저는 당했습니다. 막걸리 잘 자시 많이 자시소.
감사합니다. Thank you.
근데 우선 처음부터 맛을 잠깐 보실랍니까? 우리 술. 네.
I've tasted a variety of makgeolli while living in Korea for nearly 10 years, so I'm eager to try sanseong makgeolli and see how it compares.
It's fantastic. This is still, I've probably never had makgeolli so freshly produced before.
맛있을 때 그 간 향과 그리고 맛이 깊은 맛이 나는 것이 저희 집에서 보유하고 있는 그 500년 된 전통 누룩 때문에 그런 맛이 오늘 나옵니다.
Now I'm going to learn the process of making makgeolli with nuruk, a type of fermentation starter. This round dough is made of whole wheat. After the wheat is ground, it is wrapped in a cloth. Then it is kneaded by foot. This stomping is the key to sanseong makgeolli. It's flattened like a pizza.
잘했을 때
이것을 이제 통밀로 가지고 거칠게 갈아가지고 하는 거예요. 이게 다른 거하고 좀 틀려요. 만드는 방식이. 누룩이 우리 술의 맛과 향을 좌우하는 거예요.
I also took a stab at it.
오케이.
Not bad for a first try.
In this work, you can feel a real connection with the earth. It's not as easy as it looks. These women are very talented. They've been doing it for many years.
헐, 사우나 같아요.
예, 사우나 맞아요.
This room is where nuruk is fermented. Each nuruk is laid on top of a straw mat and left to ferment for 2 weeks. Coal briquettes are used to keep the room heated to above 40 degrees Celsius.
이 누룩을 그 발효시키는 방이에요. 보시게 되면 이렇게 이제 곰팡이균이 다 붙어 있어요. 이렇게. 네, 여기도 보면 예, 곰팡이균, 네, 곰팡이균이 다 묻어 있어요. 예, 이렇게 띄우는 거예요.
So much heat and moisture flying off of these.
뜨겁죠. 예, 예. 사우나처럼 뜨겁고 이 온도가 이래야 잘 뜨는 거예요. 예.
It's never going to be cold in the winter here.
예. 항상 이 안에는 온도와 그 습도가 항상 일정하게 유지되고 누룩이 또 발효되는 데 따라 가지고 또 온도의 변화도 맞춰 가지고 우리가 문을 연다든지 이렇게 해 가지고 기술적으로 해줘야 돼요. 그렇지 않으면 누룩이 잘못되게 돼 있어요. 그러니까 이 굉장히 고된 작업이죠. 옛날 방식대로 한다는 것이. 그래서 잘 안 하려죠 사람들이 다들. 저 땀 흐르는 거 보세요.
While the nuruk undergoes fermentation, rice is cooked in another room. Since makgeolli is made of rice, it's a drink that can be as filling as a square meal. The rice for makgeolli should be cooked hard to the point where each grain is visible. 2-week-old nuruk are put through a grinder and mixed with rice and water in a huge vat. The right ratio of water, nuruk, and rice is the secret to the taste of sanseong makgeolli.
고등밥하고 누룩이 섞여가지고 이 땡겨에 들어갔기 때문에 이걸 이제 섞어줘야 돼요.
And the job of stirring the mixture is always done by the master himself.
이렇게 누룩이 올라와야 돼요.
It makes me realize that doing things the traditional way is rarely the easier option.
네. 만져보세요. 따뜻해요.
Wow.
예, 거품이 확 올라오죠.
The mixture will start to ferment just a day after it is left to rest. The bacteria inside is multiplying actively.
안에서 균 활동이 자꾸 번식을 하잖아요. 온도 때문에. 하다 보니까 이게 팍 끓게 되고 이제 술이 되는 거죠.
This is cool.
예, 좀 많이 섞여야 됩니다.
If only you could smells over TV. This is amazing.
There are large vats of base alcohol mixed by the master. Bubbles of carbon dioxide appear on the surface. After a week, the alcohol turns into a white milky color.
병에 담아가지고 제품을 해가지고 나가는 거예요. 네.
Thank you.
네.
먹어요?
네.
A master's freshly made makgeolli. It's a rare opportunity to taste it so fresh.
That's good. Yeah, it's good. 감사합니다. This guy's the master of makgeolli.
전통을 이어간다는 그게 엄청나게 힘들고 고된 일이죠. 근데 이제 전통을 이어가기 위해서 가장 중요한 것이 뭔가 하면 우리 술을 애용하시는 분들이 좀 더 전통을 더 많이 찾아주면 맥이 계속 이어져 가지 않나 그런 생각이 듭니다.
When I set off on this trip, I had hoped to learn the art of traditional methods. But what impressed me more was the master's dedication to an age-old craft. Next, I headed to Yongin, Gyeonggi-do Province. The rural scenery of a farming village greets me.
These are soybeans.
These soybeans are being dried under the sun. They will probably be used to make traditional condiments before winter comes. I'm here to meet a master who makes a very special kind of sauce.
안녕하세요.
예, 어서 오세요.
네,
예, 어서 오세요.
반갑습니다.
네, 반갑습니다. 손이 지저분해요. 냄새 나요.
괜찮아요. 아, 냄새. 무슨 음식이에요?
이거는 된장인데요. 궁중에서 자시던 어육 된장이라 그러는 거예요.
This is Kwon Ki-ok, a master maker of Eoyukjang. She is the third generation in her family to make this sauce that was served to the kings in the past. The recipe for Eoyukjang is recorded in ancient texts that are hundreds of years old. During the Joseon period, only kings and high ministers could eat this precious sauce. Now, it's time to learn the traditional Eoyukjang recipe. And it begins with making meju, or fermented soybean blocks out of dried soybeans. First, the dried soybeans have to be rinsed in water. Then they are boiled, which might look like a simple process, but it's no easy task to get the crunchy texture.
이거 1시간.
1시간?
아니, 1시간 삶아서 이렇게 이게 다 이렇게 물러지죠.
예.
이렇게 한번.
You have to do it on this finger?
예.
Okay.
이 손가락.
Okay. This is the right consistency. It's good.
A grinding machine grinds the beans, and they come out as brick-shaped lumps on a conveyor belt.
옛날에는 이거를 이렇게 절구에다가 이렇게 찢었죠. 예. 근데 그게 더디니까 지금 그렇게 할 수가 없으니까 기계에다 해서 여기다 이렇게 나오는 거예요.
The meju is the key to making Korean condiments.
예, 코너를 예쁘게 여기를 예쁘게 이렇게.
예쁘게?
더 예쁘게.
또.
Doenjang, spicy gochujang, soy sauce are all made from these soybean blocks. Meju is the ingredient that determines the taste of the sauce.
장에서 제일 중요한 거는 물론 콩이고 원재료가 중요하겠죠. 그렇지만 원재료만 좋아도 되는 게 아니고 물론 소금이랄지 물 같은 거 그런 걸 다 가려서 아주 좋은 걸로 만들어야 1년 아니라 10년도 먹을 수 있는 게 장이잖아요. 만들고 난 후에도 관리를 잘하지 않으면 장은 다 버리는 거죠. 거기서도 또 같이들 놔도 되는데 빨리빨리.
Meju blocks are stacked between straws and covered with a blanket, which will stimulate fermentation.
예, 20일 지나면 이렇게 돼요.
Wow.
이렇게,
So this is what happens on the inside when it goes perfectly well.
이렇게 돼 버려요. 이렇게 요거
Whitish mold will develop inside the blocks in the climate-controlled room. This mold gives flavor to the sauce.
이걸로 여기다 집어넣으세요. 집어넣으세요.
Now we're going to make Eoyukjang.
다.
To To do this, we have to clean the jar first with the hot charcoal and a dash of honey.
이게 맛있는 이렇게 냄새가 여기 갔어요. 그래서 이게 맛있게 됐다고, 그죠? 냄새가 나죠. 불을 넣고 꿀을 넣으니까 이렇게 됐어요. 그래서 깨끗하게 소독하고 맛있게 만드는 거예요, 항아리를.
These dried meats and seafood will be used to make Eoyukjang. They are definitely not common ingredients you put in a sauce.
이게 궁중의 장을 다들 모르시더라고요. 그래서 내가 이렇게 나이를 먹고 아 이거 나만 알고 있는 거 아닌가. 이러다가 내가 그냥 죽으면 이건 없어지지 않을까 한국에서. 그래가지고 그때부터 내가 아 담가야지. 그러고는 어육장부터 하자. 또 좋은 우리나라 장이 사라져갈까 봐 하고 있는 거예요. 계기는 그거죠 뭐. 이거 여기다가 집어넣으세요.
Manju is laid at the bottom of a clean empty jar. Then the dried beef goes on top of it.
네, 이거 고기 종류를 먼저 넣는 거예요. 생선은 나중에 넣고 그러니까 이거를 또 집어넣으세요. 여기다가. 예, 그냥 예. 또
The pheasant meat goes in after that.
이거는 민어. 고급 생선들이죠. 또 이거는 도미. 두부도. 예, 두부 넣으면 맛있어요 이게. 이렇게 해서 집어넣고 또.
Various ingredients are added to the jar and then covered with kelp. Pour in salt water prepared a day before, some charcoal which sterilizes the ingredients, and chili peppers are added last.
이 땅을 파서 얘를 그 속에다 집어넣고 1년이요.
One whole year? You mean the jar stays buried underground for a year? Eoyukjang is not only precious because of its premium ingredients, but also because it takes so long to make. Culinary master Kwon Ki-ok has numerous jars of Eoyukjang aging nicely. Now let's open one jar that was buried last year. The head of a fish emerges from the brown sauce. The meat and seafood have retained their shapes while enriching the flavor.
Probably doesn't look great, but it smells good. 먹어도 돼요?
그럼요. 그러니까 이따가 이걸로
It's nice and strong. It's still salty, but all of the flavors are now blended, and you can't distinguish source flavors. It's one exquisite soy sauce.
Eoyukjang requires at least a year of waiting. The sauce blends seafood and meat together to produce a unique taste. I will not forget the taste of the master's Eoyukjang. Arriving in Suwon, Gyeonggi-do province, I was drawn to a particular scenery.
Oh, they're harvesting cabbage. Maybe these ladies can
Vast Napa cabbage fields are waiting to be harvested.
안녕하세요.
One farmer cuts open a crisp cabbage.
좋은 배추 어떻게 알아요?
여기 속이 이렇게 노랗고요. 배추 가시 얇은 게 좋아요. 배추 가시 얇은 거.
For 10 years, I've been enjoying the robust flavor and health benefits of kimchi. Now, today, I get to learn how to make it from a real kimchi master, arguably the best in the country.
This time, I'll be meeting a kimchi master. I'm excited to meet someone who is regarded as the best in this field.
안녕하세요. 네, 반갑습니다. 네.
Yoo Cheong-gil is one of only 2 people who are recognized as kimchi masters. She has received numerous awards. So, is there something different about her kimchi?
이 안에 뭐가 들어있을까요?
Kimchi.
보물. 건강에 좋은 보물이 들어있어요. 익은 김치.
She regards her kimchi as treasures. The ripe red color definitely looks appetizing.
이 맛이야. 이 맛이에요.
I could eat this whole pot.
이렇게 탄산이 톡 쏘는 요 맛. 코끝을 찡해주는 요게 한국의 김치 맛이에요.
Kimchi is Korea's staple fermented food and globally recognized as a health food. Here are some varieties made by the kimchi master. This is mustard leaf kimchi. Seokbakji is radish kimchi cut into cubes. Bokbunja water kimchi is made with raspberry juice. I'm going to learn one of her secret kimchi recipes. First, the cabbage needs to be soaked in water for more than 12 hours.
요걸 이렇게 넣어서 소금물로 한번 이렇게 물을 이렇게 올려놓고 이렇게 물을 담아서 눌러놓게 되면 배추에 있는 수분이 더 빨리 빠져나와서 배추가 골고루 잘 절여지는 역할을 하고 있어요.
Meanwhile, the kimchi master slices radish, onions, and scallions, which are mixed with red pepper powder.
새우젓을 곱게 갈았어요. 그래서 이렇게 액을 만들었어요.
Oh yeah! Baby shrimp in ocean water. Whoa! That's salty.
김치에는 골고루 영양소가 다 들어있는데 특히 단백질하고 지방이 부족해요. 그래서 요 사골을 끓여서 그 사골 육수로 김치를 담글 겁니다.
Her secret ingredient is beef stock. She simmers ox bones and adds the rich stock to the kimchi. After adding the stock and some more fresh vegetables, the spicy filling is ready.
토닥토닥.
Herein lies.
We have to rub every leaf of the cabbage with the filling. It's a handful task.
Is rubbed with this incredibly spicy.
짠.
John, look at that. Night night, good night. Couple of months of sleep and you'll be ready and right.
이렇게 담근 사골 김치는 일반 김치보다 한 달 정도 더 보관을 해도 김치가 물르지 않고요. 요 조직감이 사각사각 아삭아삭 맛있는 맛을 유지할 수가 있어요.
Culinary master Yoo Cheong-gil has also created new kinds of kimchi that are delectable to foreign palates.
전통을 살려가면서 요새 시대에 맞게 기능성 김치를 개발을 해서 세계인이 누구나 먹을 수 있는 우리 몸에 좋은 김치를 개발하고 담궜습니다.
Hopefully our viewers will have a chance to taste her kimchi one day. You won't be disappointed. Returning to Jeonju, I got very busy in my kitchen. I wanted to adapt the master's know-how to my cooking. Eoyukjang, which contains meat, works great as a steak sauce. It even tastes good on a hamburger.
I found one of those places. This is a really great sauce. It's distinctively a traditional Korean taste and a distinctive Western taste as well, put together. I'm really glad I went on this quest. I learned a lot about fermented foods and I gained a deep understanding for the process and the work that goes into this great slow food.
My encounters with the three culinary masters helped me discover traditional recipes and the marvelous process of fermentation. I'll come back to this trip in my mind again and again whenever I need a bit of inspiration.
고기를 많이 안 넣는데만.
이렇게 물이 들어서 익었을 적에 이 물을 그냥 양념에 버무리면은 하얗게.